There's Gray. Hopefully the guys from the front don't come around back because I called for her. Good morning, Tux. Good boy. I've hid Stripe over here this morning in the hopes that it will confuse Marty long enough for him to eat some of his food. His special food, because he's Mama's boy. Didn't work. Marty's already over there. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Here comes Ruby. It's the 1st of December.
It sure is.
Don't forget to open the first box in your advent calendar, whatever kind of advent calendar you may have.
Oh, we have an advent calendar?
We do. We have a friend's advent calendar. I sort of messed up and opened this, not following instructions. But yes, I bought it for myself, and I was interested in all of the little friend girls they have on Christmas outfits to go put in a Christmas village. So there should be 5 minifigures, I think. But I was looking last night, getting all ready.
Oh, yeah.
All ready. And here's box 1. So let's see what's in box 1. It's possible that I changed the compartments around. This is something with skates, and it has a wheel. So let's see what this would be on the front. Something with skates and a wheel. Huh. Now I have to figure it out. I got to get in the car for now. Yep. I was hoping it was one of the minifigures. I want a minifigure.
No.
That's my breath. Oh, there's the pretty blue sky. Ruby waiting on me this morning. Don's in there reading the instructions on the garage door. You know he wasn't coming back out the full with that last night. He'll get it sorted today. Good morning, Ruby. Well, I would say on Monday a fair number of people still had off from the long weekend, but we're back to business as usual today. Gas at the Sheets here at Banks Road is $3.10. Gas in Fuquay at the Sheets was $3.13, so it has come down 10 to 15 cents post-holiday and post the release from the National Oil Reserves. So I did have a chance to watch Rob Maurer Tesla Daily yesterday, both I guess the Monday edition and the Tuesday edition we were watching last night. And I had heard a little bit during the day, but also when Rob talked about, you know, Tesla sort of moving away from end of quarter rush. You know, it slows down sales or deliveries at the beginning of the next quarter, and they have to hire temporary staff and get them up to speed, and overtime for, you know, burnout of Tesla employees and stuff. So Elon, I guess for the fourth quarter, he's kind of trying to move away from that. Not as much. I guess I had heard no Sunday deliveries, and you know, just try to slow it down a bit. There was a beautiful hawk up on that light pole. But I had 2 thoughts on that. One, I don't disagree with it. I mean, I've seen the burnout. I've seen the bring in owners to help. I've really have witnessed it. On the other hand, specifically the fourth quarter, you know, it's Christmas time, and some people probably were really trying to, maybe for tax reasons or whatever, get their car by the end of the year or so. Maybe fourth quarter wasn't the time to start. And then the other thought that came to mind was, oh yeah, I don't think Tesla should move away from Sunday deliveries. I think I've, read on Facebook often that people have trouble doing their deliveries during the week. Working people that have off Saturday and Sunday, it's better for them if they do Sunday, have a Sunday delivery. So in a customer service thing, obviously you want to be making deliveries happen when it's good for the customer. And I really wouldn't care if they would just not usually do Sunday deliveries, but I would hope that local salespeople, delivery specialists would be willing to make exceptions if the customer has a critical need. So that's just my 2 comments. I think, getting away from the end of quarter rush is a good thing, but maybe a little more subtle than a hammer solution. Guess we'll see how much of a not rush end of quarter is, and what the feedback is from customers. Yeah, pushing leaves out into the street, the cars come by, then the wind under the car knocks all the leaves back over to the sidewalk. You just gotta love how we spend our energy sometimes. I did see somebody downtown yesterday though with one of those smaller version of a leaf vacuum, and certainly I think that there's some value in that, of actually removing them from the street, but blowing them out into the street, not so much.
Go to your right.
Oh yeah. Good job spotting it, Johnny. Thank you. So that is the Durham Express bus. And it's sort of coming up beside me, but then it's, kind of stopping a little short of the light. And now I need to go. And then, of course, the leaked email from Elon about SpaceX, and Rob put the word bankruptcy in his, video title, which I don't think was clickbait in this case. Usually his titles just try to mention what he's going to talk about and do a pretty good job of that. And then at the beginning, he always summarizes it. I really appreciate his perspective on everything, though. And I'm comforted by the fact that, Elon has a history of taking his own personal money and just dumping it back into whatever company he's doing, which keeps workers employed and keeps the missions important to him moving forward. So I'm not too stressed about the use of the word bankruptcy. I think Rob explained that well. But the one thing that, I just want, I was sort of like, wow, did he really call people back in? After Thanksgiving, call them back to work at Hawthorne. Wow. But that man has never asked anybody to work more hours than he's willing to work himself. He is, was going to be right there on the line with the employees. And I can't think of too many other CEOs that, maybe sit at their desk while the employees are working overtime, let alone get down on the floor with them and are working alongside of them. So I don't have any issues with it whatsoever, because I think he pushes himself harder than he pushes everybody else, and he pushes everybody else pretty hard, and I'm good with it. And anyway, that certainly caught my attention, that particular part of yesterday's Tesla Daily video. I was going to say, hopefully all the leaves are about down here on campus so the guys can stop blowing every single morning, but I would say that we're actually a far way off from all the leaves being down over here. The types of trees in the quad, a lot of them seem to still have a lot of their leaves. So the schedule for the day is, as far as I know, I'm picking Johnny up at noon. He's not interested in this afternoon speaker, but more importantly, he has his English final paper due tomorrow for his college class. Even though college classes ended, and already, he didn't have a sit-down exam. He had I guess 2 different papers, 600 words each, that he had to read stuff and comprehend it and write about it. So he's made good progress, but he's got more to do tonight. So we get home at 1 o'clock. That'll give him several extra hours. No taekwondo on Wednesday. Certainly not this Wednesday. And Dawn is at the dentist this morning. Had an 8:45 appointment. So we'll be trying to walk later in the day. We won't be walking first thing this morning. We could walk when he comes back from the dentist, but it probably would not leave us quite enough time for us to walk before I have to pick up Johnny. But we'll see what time he gets home and what he feels he needs to do for work and go from there. Well, with that, you know, all the downtown Raleigh buses are red, and then the ones that go between the cities are green and kind of color coded. And that, like I said, that one had the placard up was Durham Express. It occurs to me that that would be one of the longer routes. So that's interesting that they chose, in a good way, that they chose the electric bus to do that route. I wonder how many times a day it runs. Maybe Dawn and I can research it a bit more. I really have to talk myself into getting out of Ruby to stretch my legs, get my stand hour, wake myself up a little bit, although I'm not feeling particularly drowsy. But what I was going to say is that my driving score in joules is still 100. I checked last night. I was able to add up the daily miles and see that I am over 100 now. I noted that yeah, I did go and check for Ruby, and I can't see how many miles on the main screen for either car, so it's not just a reset or a joules only thing. I did go into Teslafy, and when you hover over the score on the daily screen that you come into, it does show you the miles there. So joules is up total of like 592 miles, but obviously since the reset it's only like 110 or 15, something like that. I did note in Teslafy that on that main screen it says 93 still for joules, but when you click on it and go to the details page it says 100. So I think that's a little Teslafy bug, or maybe design limit, or you know, design limitation with what happens when you do the reset. So I'm not too worried about that. I do plan to drive joules this afternoon and put a few more miles. You know, it worked fine yesterday, and I've got the time, calmness to do that today. And I told Don, I reminded him to go to the dentist this morning. Number one, you can't get the garage door open and pull the car out, because you know somebody's got to hold it while somebody else drives the car out until you finish the calibration, which Ring may be telling me he's been out in the garage doing that while I was driving in, but also because he's not allowed to drive joules. Not even over to the dentist. So I told, you know, GMC or van are your options this morning. You cannot take the Tesla. It's not a good parking lot over there. They have very few spaces or small spaces. It's right near the train track and near Walmart where this dentist he goes to. So taking an alternate vehicle over there is not a bad idea anyway, but I thought y'all would find that cute. It's like, don't drive joules. No. Hopefully we'll get the email maybe by the end of the weekend. I don't know if we also have to go a full 7 days. So yesterday, I think today's day 6. I think yesterday was day 5. So if I can keep the 100 score, put a few more miles on, maybe a whole week's worth of time passes, maybe we'll get the email. I know they often don't actually send out the code until they have a new release and they just drop 10.5, but maybe, I don't know, we could get lucky. Because I will let Dawn, you know, drive joules. I mean, I don't think, you know, this driving thing is all just a bunch of, the score is all just a bunch of, I don't know, lawyer speak, I guess. But obviously there's nothing Dawn's doing that's going to cause us to get the beta revoked once we get it. It's just a matter of playing the game to get it in the first place. Dawn is totally safe driver, and, you know, his score is solidly in the 90s, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, we'll see. one last thing. I really do like the Y. I do. It's just, as a daily driver for me, it's just a deal breaker that the door won't open. I don't usually let Ruby's door close on its own unless I'm like want to film a little video spot, or I don't know, 10 or 15 people are watching and I want to watch their mouth fall open while the door shuts itself as I walk away. But I don't normally do that. But it opening for me with all my stuff I carry around all the time, it's just sort of a deal breaker for my daily car to not do that ever again since I drove the X. And you know, that's just a personal choice. And even Dawn prefers Ruby's doors to, you know, not having that we've said before that we would have paid extra for. You know, the autopilot stick, the lack of an instrument cluster in front of me, the horizontal versus the vertical screen. I mean, I might have preferences, but they're not as strong as the door swinging out. Yeah, I didn't catch if Rob mentioned it, but I was just reading on Facebook about some North Carolina owners with the VIN ready to go, but wanting to delay due to the tax credit, and can they get away with it? You know, these are new Tesla people, and Tesla releasing some communication or to some people that were chronic delayers. I guess they sent out an email or some sort of formal letter, I don't know which, saying, you know, we're just going to cancel your order. We have people that want the car. So, you know, it just really all boils down to how badly you want the car, how long you're willing to wait, that kind of a thing. But that could also why they're not trying to kill the end of quarter, is because they know that a lot of people are going to try to hold off. That might influence fourth quarter's, you know, numbers here anyway. I guess they're cleaning the cookout asphalt, power washing it or something over there. Maybe they're going to reseal it. I don't know. I wish they would put more energy into actually keeping the trash picked up than spraying the asphalt with something. Yeah. I noticed the Tesla family down here has new inflatables and some wooden decorations parked near the Model Y. See if it's on this morning, if I can catch a glimpse of it going past, if this light ever changes. Tarboro. Yeah, I'm not real fond of this light. Yeah, well, I'll go Ruby when, you know, I've made sure people aren't flying through the red light, which they're so prone to do. But yeah, let's switch to out the window, because these are just pretty nice decorations, inflatables. Johnny and I enjoyed them yesterday afternoon, for sure. There's a little Christmas pickup truck and a Santa and a sleigh and a Mickey Mouse. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty tired about this EV rebate, credit, incentive, whatever you want to call it, whatever it ends up being. I'm pretty tired of how drawn out a process it's been. And I know Elon was back tweeting this week about some incentive they passed up on in Germany, and Rob had said, well, there's probably strings attached, and Elon had said, you know, before that, just get rid of all these incentives, and oh, by the way, include the ones for fossil fuels, and we'll just all be good and we don't need these incentives. But we do care about a level playing field, but we don't really care about incentives. So I don't know. I mean, some of us received an incentive, so I'm certainly not trying to say that others shouldn't be able to use a similar incentive, especially those with a critical need and that are super interested in being in, you know, driving an EV. But I guess the thought process is that they're already trying to leave for Christmas, and the politicians aren't likely to come to a decision before January, and just stop stalling out. Either do it or don't do it. I get so frustrated. I remember when we were working on the healthcare reform, now called Obamacare. It was like, you know, doing the same thing year after year causes the same results typically, and just put a stake in the ground and try something new. I was so frustrated that they wouldn't come to terms with, you know, it took so long. So we'll see what they end up doing. I mean, I guess if I thought I could save $5,000 or $7,000 and I had a December delivery, maybe I would wait until January. And then what'll happen is they'll make it retroactive. No, they won't do that, but they could. I don't know. I have, like I said, a friend expecting a delivery of a Y locally in December, and so this, you know, less delivery days, less delivery push, and this EV credit thing, they could all affect her acceptance of her delivery. So, you know, everybody's got to make the decision that's ultimately best for them. They're just everywhere. That's got to be the 6th Tesla I've seen this morning on my commute at least. And just saying that neither Jules nor Ruby has had a software update in the last, I don't know, at least what, 10 days. Not complaining. I just know that you guys are anxious for me to try out Darth Vader mode with Jules, and we'd like to try out the waypoints navigation and see how that's going to work on the Tesla screen. And you know, it's just fun stuff, and it's great that Tesla provides it for free, and I'm sure when it's stable enough to roll out and they have server capacity to roll it out, we'll get it, you know. So trying to be patient, it's kind of like waiting for Christmas presents though, you know. Speaking of Christmas presents, I wonder what, if anything, Tesla will additionally release this year. I know the Divas said it was time to kick off the Santa jingle, you know, get us all in the Christmas mood. Everybody, or a lot of people were, you know, Tesla's version of putting up the Christmas tree is to drive down the road with your car looking like a sleigh and reindeer off to the side. Maybe on the way into Fuquay when I'm in less traffic, I'll turn that on for a minute. If you haven't seen it before, you can see it. And if you have, you can get in the Christmas spirit with me this morning. Ho, ho, ho. I don't like coming home and everything being all quiet. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna work on bag 5, the final bag. If Don comes home and we think we can squeeze in walking before I gotta leave at 11, I guess we'll go. And if not, I'm just gonna, well, I'm gonna sit here and work on Legos until I'm not. All right, so it had me put the thing in there that lights up the chimney. I guess the chimney's gonna go that much higher to cover up the stick. Eat in peace. I just installed the bed and I'm fixing to put the night table in next to the bed. So I just installed a solid tan piece of quote-unquote glass into this window frame. But it looks like it's a coffee table and not really used as a window. Okay, it's a bassinet, not an end table, not a coffee table. And it's pretty ingenious how they hooked it up there. They had these, normally this would be flat, but you can see that it's got a point and a hole, and it fits perfectly into here, which lets you have some random movement. You can position it. Sometimes you don't want everything in your building to be fixed on a 90-degree angle. Don's headed home. I'll have to pick up on step 198 probably later this afternoon. So Don hustled home. They got him in and out at the dentist fast.
Good.
No problem. 6-month cleaning.
Yeah.
And we hustled out here on the trail.
Yeah.
We have just enough time before, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to start running at that pole. We have just enough time before I gotta leave and he's gotta be on his conference call. Just enough.
Look at this.
You hear?
Blew the leaves.
This is the sound of not crunching.
Not crunchy.
Yeah.
Look, you can tell.
I don't know if they blew or they lawnmowered. Although I'd have to say the leaves look piled up over there.
Yeah, I think it was blown.
Like they blew. Way cool. Well, they're not all down, but there's an impressive amount down over here. So Johnny's had this dentist appointment on the books for, I think, 4 months. For Friday at 3 p.m. So while Don's at the dentist, I get a call from the dentist, and I thought, oh no, maybe Don's cell died and he's trying to reach me.
You have the same dentist.
Well, same name, even though we go to a different location. So I answered, and she's like, I need to reschedule your appointment for, you know, it's just this, you know, guardian of Johnny Goldman. Yes, I need to reschedule the appointment. Our office closes at 2 p.m. on Fridays now. We close early on Fridays. And I'm like, so I scheduled this really hard to get time slot 4 months ago. Waited a little extra time to get in at a time of day on a day that was good for us. And now you're telling me I need to reschedule. I'm not happy. And, you know, as your patient/customer, I require late afternoon appointments for my high school/college kid. She's like, well, I have one for 8 a.m. on blah, blah, blah tomorrow. I have one at 8 a.m. tomorrow. No, that doesn't work for me. So we settled on Tuesday the 28th at 2:30, which he should be home that day. He's out of school. And that's the only saving grace, because if this had been like, you know, April or something, I don't know. I wasn't happy. Yeah, I really, you know, I think the dentist should work. Every time I go to that particular office, we wait like an hour. So scrunching more people together closer, not good.
Well, now does Johnny still have that?
Yeah, I think so. Donnie's insurance has changed, but I believe he can still go there. Wow, Donnie, it's even actually pleasant out here. It's not too cold and it's not too windy.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It's supposed to be 67 today, so it's going to be gorgeous this afternoon.
Yeah, I think I saw one of our Tesla friends in the mountains, Asheville area, posted it's going to be 70 there on Saturday.
Wow.
You know, so the news will be talking about how the ski resorts are having trouble.
Yeah, well, that'll be...
Climate change.
Well, no, what I was thinking actually was the thing about... I got to work on the garage door probably this weekend, so, you know.
Yeah, Don, let's just say the calibration was not a simple fix, and it's going to require more effort.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to disassemble the thing and get the spring, check the spring, because maybe the spring is broke or something. I don't know. Something's wrong.
Yeah, the cable didn't get twisted that bad for no reason, I guess.
Right, something's going on.
Poor Donnie. So yeah, I'll be driving Jules this afternoon, because after we got her out, might as well do the rest of my driving for the day with her. I kind of like, you know, having both Teslas in motion each day. And
well, we got to get your safety score up.
Right, but we got 100 and we have over 100 miles now. So I'm actually risking my safety score by driving her downtown today versus just parking her. But that's okay. It is what it is.
I guess I should check.
If I have a slam on the brake event, I will reset. I won't even think twice about it. Hey, Donnie.
Hey, she ran another lap all the way around.
Yeah, a lap is a third of a mile if you've lost track. That's why we go around 3 times. It gets us about a mile. Yep, I made it a mile. And my heart rate is 152, so I didn't peg out on my heart rate at 175 or something either. So you're running home?
Yep. Let's see, it was 5,654 steps. 46 minutes, 48 seconds, 2.68 miles, and 17:30 per mile.
Yeah, Woo! He was moving today.
Yeah, I was cooking.
And then I ran a lap instead of only half a lap.
That's
so
right.
That helped a little bit too. Picked up a few seconds.
Yeah, she sure did.
No trash today to speak of.
No, really, I only picked up a couple things.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you this. It's got all our gloves and stuff
All
in
right,
it, so.
yeah, we've had to declothe along. Yeah.
Layered.
Unlayer. A quick trip out in the porch to see Gray and Panther before I head out. Everyone else is around back. Panther. Hi, bud. Hi. Admire my tree for a minute. Grace says, under the neck rubs, Mom, please. More. She's a good girl. She always has that serious look on her face, but she purrs really pretty and she's very affectionate. She just can't help it. She's a serious looking girl. Hi. Hi. Okay. Hi, baby girl. Okay, I gotta go get Johnny before I'm late. He's so cute. Alright, it's 11:15. I'm in Jules. 35 minutes this time of day. Wow. 11:50 a.m. So I'm on time. Right when I did that, it updated to 39 minutes and 11:54. Well, that's more perfect, right? I can't really get on campus early and be allowed to sit in there. Autopilot today on the very first try. So they've got the right lane closed here, and I'm guessing, unfortunately, that they're starting to work on putting in a turn lane for whatever project is going in up here. Oh joy. These turn lanes are so much fun when they start working on them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see anything that made sense. Maybe just slow moving traffic trying to get out on the highway today with, you know, logging trucks or something. I don't know. Guess time will tell, but I see a turn lane coming there. I think the ride in this afternoon's gone okay. There was a pickup truck that was in the process of making an illegal U-turn and almost came out in front of Jules to the point where I had to brake hard. I did touch the brake, but I wouldn't consider it a hard braking event, at least not a red one. So I was glad he didn't pull out in front of me. I'm not sure I could have stopped. I was starting to stop and then he stopped, and so all's well that ends well. But God, I wish drivers wouldn't do that to other drivers. So when I pulled onto the campus to get Johnny, I switched to M drive-through, which I did yesterday afternoon too. And the stopping mode is not the same in M drive-through as it is for Marianne. And I, you know, took my foot all the way off the accelerator, and boy, was that like a sudden jerky stop. And so hopefully I didn't mess up my sudden stopping or anything, but at any rate, I got to figure out what that is and change it. Maybe it's under autopilot. I don't know where it is. I mean, I know what it is. It has to do with the regen. I mean, I basically can't drive with it. That's not what I meant to do there. What would it be under? Driving, I guess. Regenerative braking standard. I have stopping mode on hold for Marianne and creep and roll. So let's switch back to M drive-through and see what it is for M drive-through. And I mean, I really don't know what I did to cause it to, because that looks, sure enough, looks like it didn't change, right? Hold, standard. I don't know that Johnny, did I have comfort, or it didn't change at all, right? So I don't know what happened. It's like all of a sudden, it's possible. Yeah, I don't know what happened. And then I got a message when I switched back to Marianne that I couldn't change the driving mode or the stopping mode while I was driving. So I don't know. If I switch over to Don's drive-through profile, of course the seat moves, which did not happen earlier. So I know I didn't accidentally do Don's, and he has stopping mode hold too. I'm confused. I thought I always had creep and not hold, because I don't think I want hold. I think I'm used to creep, so I'm really, maybe I have to exit the car. So we're going to put it back on Marianne. I'm gonna get out of the car and get back in. All I know is whatever it did, I don't want it to ever do that again. Yeah, see, now it's in creep. It didn't change before. That's really weird. Okay, so I think M drive-through is on hold is what the problem is. So let's go back to M drive-through and put it back on creep. I mean, honestly, I know some people want it to come to a complete stop. It was actually scary because I wasn't expecting that behavior. And we'll just save this now.
Stop. I didn't want to do this, but you accidentally turned something off.
Yeah, but I turned it back on.
Okay.
I had turned off,
No, you had turned off driver visualization. You turned off something up here. It was either visualization or like this. But I don't know what it was.
Okay, well the drive-through one is not as important on those things because I literally I'm not going to navigate on autopilot there or traffic. I'm not doing any of those things. But thanks, Johnny. I mean, I didn't mean to change any of that stuff. I know I turned off early collision detection, and that was what I had accidentally hit. And then I put that back. But at any point, and I appreciate you looking out for me, creep is back on for my profile. And let's just, you know, the seat moves a little bit, which I don't like. I finally got Ruby to quit moving the seat a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Dawn loves hold and a lot of other people love hold. I just, Ruby doesn't stop like that because she's a different front motor, different little bit how regen is handled on the older Tesla. And I appreciate the extra efficiency. And Don, like I said, he loves it, but I don't love it. I don't want the car to roll ever, and I don't want it to hold. I just want it to do the little creep thing. And I'm just used to that. So when I took my foot off the accelerator and it was like, you know, jerked around, it caught me off guard. So I don't want that to happen again. I think we're good now. And I don't know why I didn't notice it yesterday. Maybe it had to do, yesterday I kept my foot on the brake. And today, that's what it was. Yesterday I kept my foot on the brake. I must have. And Johnny hopped in and didn't put it in drive. And today I actually pulled over and was parked for a second. And was in, you know, not in drive. And that must have been, then it was able to change the mode. I think that's why it was different behavior today than yesterday. All right, I'm all good. Mystery solved. Profile adjusted. Things will be better tomorrow. Are you helping? Are you helping? So I think I might have had the box turned around, but I realize now that the instructions are on the underside of the flap, and the first one does have a minifigure, and this is obviously the one that matches. So I've got it turned around now, and I'm going to go ahead and put this little package together. We're obviously home. The gateway, the T-Mobile thing came, and then there's this box of some Lego bricks. So there's the minifigure, like I guess a present and a stocking. Now all of these, which I didn't realize, these minifigures are little kid ones, and so the arms don't move like in the adult Friends version. Not a super big deal, and they're also not quite as tall. But still cute. She has a gingerbread on her shirt, which is pretty cute. Oh, wow. That other box. I knew it had Legos in it, but it's the train tracks. That got here super quick, right? I ordered it Sunday, and it's Wednesday, and it came from Ohio. Way cool. Johnny got my train remote working. He got it working. I just laid down the new track. Yay! Yeah, I understand. The track's a little too close back there. I'll make some adjustments. Was it pretty cool, Johnny? Mm-hmm. Way cool. I'm so excited.
That was a little...
And I'm just going to say this train was very symmetrical, repeating instructions. I think a 6 or an 8-year-old can build the train. Adults probably need to help snap the track together. It's so cool. Make noises. Oh, it doesn't do, the phone app does no, there's nothing on the B side. But the phone app, the nice thing about doing it on the phone is you can blow the train horn and the whistle and the steam of the brakes. And all right, so now if I get the couplings, okay, don't make it jump the track, Johnny.
Well, there's an emergency stop button.
Emergency stop button, what's that? The one in the center?
I'll show you. I'll show you. This.
Okay.
See, so it's up to speed now.
Right.
Oh no, it's going too fast. Immediately cuts it.
Okay, the red button, stop. Right, this green brick, they had me snap that on to say that this train is set for channel A. It's plugged in inside on channel A. There is a channel B. So it would be easy to have 2 trains going at the same time, one on A and one on B. Johnny wants to see if he can push the Hogwarts. Well, you know.
Does may connect both. But...
Right, well this is magnetized, Johnny. In the real world, if one of these was mounted here, it's a magnet. But I see what you were saying, just make it push it. So it is pushing around. I don't know, Hogwarts seems like one of the I shifted it a little bit. One of the wheels might not be on. Well, it would be working great if the tinder would quit jumping. And I was telling Johnny, there's like 3. No, it's 3 here and 3 here. I don't know why the tinder keeps on wanting to jump. Way cool. So when you bump it nice and gentle, then it's able to push it without it even being magnetized to it. But it would be nice to have the proper coupling. Okay, Speed Demon. Okay, Speed Demon. Crash. Yeah, probably when you slow it after going fast, that can cause some...
You're supposed to... Well, trains get let down for a reason.
Yeah. You gotta love how the engine, how the side... You know, you got the pistons really moving there. I guess that's the rod. I don't know what you really call that.
Piston's accurate enough.
It's so cool. Did I do good? Mm-hmm. You did good. My Hogwarts Express is running. It's good to be a kid this afternoon. Oh no! We had a derailment.
Okay.
I guess that's a diesel startup. That sounds like an engine there. We got a modern cargo train and a steam train.
This one, it's meant to be electric.
Right. Yeah, this is an electric train. That's right. That's why I took off the pins though, because it won't clear the crossing. Although I could raise it, but see how I got my wire to the show? Well, normally I would just be picking Johnny up at school. It's 2:10, but I'm home and I'm going to finish up the gingerbread house so I can go add it to my train layout. Yay! So there's one more piece of roof line that goes behind the chimney, and then I'll be done with the roof. I just think it's a genius how they held these things together. It's so sturdy. I'm so impressed. So the final roof tile is installed, and the very last thing was to put up the candy cane lane, candy canes and sign. And there was a little roof support underneath, and also a towel rack with a red and a green towel put in the bathroom corner here. But it does serve to keep that roof line from coming down too. So it's done! Yay! Well, you almost had more boxes than you could carry.
Yeah.
Subscribe and save and Black Friday all coming on the same day.
Well, I did the shipping thing.
Right. Combined your purchases. Well, that'll teach you to combine the shipping.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm thinking that box is
Cat
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Do I even have a box?
Nope. It's all mine.
All yours today. I told him he's, you know, it gets to be December. He's only allowed to open boxes with his name on it. The rest of the year's fair game, but you know, in the month of December. Whether it's a present or it's something I've got for myself, either way, he just doesn't need to know.
Don't need to know.
I have several other Christmas related things that I want to build, and this is on the list. Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens book scene. That was the Black Friday giveaway from last year, but I haven't assembled it yet. But I don't know that I'm going to do that next, but even if I do, it's 333 pieces. I mean, you know, it's going to go together quick. And this is this year's Black Friday giveaway. I'm trying to remember what it's called. A winter scene or something like that. It's not on the, was on the invoice though. Something scene, because it's made to look like a diorama. Alright, I added my Snow Baby collection to this shelf. It took me a bit to find them. They were right under my nose up in the attic. All these pieces came from Guardian Angel over the years. So this set 76388 is out right now for Harry Potter, and there's 2 buildings. I particularly like this one and would like to add it to my winter village. I'm going to try to build it from scrap parts and see how far I get. May not be exactly the same colors, which is not important. Because Gray needs to put up with Tux trying to get up on the heating pad in her chair. Hey Tux! Alright, Dawn helped me put some lights on the bridge. They're icicle lights, and they look like they've had a bit too much to drink and they're a little tipsy, but we're hoping the wire will relax after they're out in the weather for a few days. And if not, well, I had these in the attic, never before used. They are LED. They have lots of modes, and it's what we had without going and buying more lights. And you know, this will be great for this year. Right, Donnie?
That's right.
Thanks for helping me put them up.
Well, the day kind of got away from us, but we got them up.
Right. Well, it was 65 here, so it's good that we got out here tonight. And they're just going, I'm just going to leave them in demo mode. They have a red, white, they come blue, they do a green, red. They just, you know, they dance, they shimmer. They got, you know, they're just doing their thing.
Yep.
Well, it is a nice effect from up here. The ones on the right, the closest to me, where they are, I can't quite see them. I'm sure if I go over here, hey Panther, they show up a little bit more. Anyway, we got more dancing lights in the front yard. Don just ran power from the tree that he set up the other day down to the bridge, and then we did have to put a cord between the 2 light strings because they were exactly 12.5 feet. The bridge spans about 12 feet, dangly room, and yeah, we know we needed to use all the cord up on the rail, so we had to run. But it's all good. Don said he'll pretty it up little more tomorrow. Watching Dr. Campbell, and I'd guess I'm about halfway through. I've made it up to step, let's see, I was looking ahead a little bit there. I'm at the chair, I'm at step 48, so maybe I'm a third through. It's coming along. So that's where the new building is going to go when I get it done. It'll be in line size-wise with that building back there or this one over here. I think it'll match up nicely with the browns and golds, and yeah, that's where it's headed.